like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
STRO. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Low, time to bring the bass bird.
swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear this all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make plans. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Move our hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her and she let it.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tennessee Titans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here goes Hut.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He gets it to Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. Gets past one man. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Walker has it. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 2-11 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So in playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
Go, go, go. Slam, slam, slam. Jumper, 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 jumper.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score. Second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs him.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Check nickel, nickel. Red 80.
On on second down, it's Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Third down and 13.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Darnold from the gun. He's looking deep for Bell. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. 66 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 75 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
We want it. 80. 55.
A first down throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Check 4. Hard. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And the Titans first down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Switch. Check the backer. Kill. Check 43. Check 9. Watch the twist. Hey, Sam on. Right. Go. I got it. Mike 5-4.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Double dog. That's the way. Check. Rock it. Alert 3.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Break. Put the center. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Look. Squeeze. Shoot. Kill. Look at me. Go.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check 99. Through. Hey, lock it. Check. Fresno.
Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
I got you. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Henry running right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10.
Get ready. Get it.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Mike's
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, lady.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this one out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Come on, set. 50, plant. 54, plant, 54. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Check 37, check 37. Shit. Whip.
Second half begins with a run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run with Henry. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carry now for Derrick Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. Hey, Echo, 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, watch it. He's gone. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame. But it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 26. Check that.
They begin with Henry, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Mike 54. Check, check, check.
Now on 2nd and 16, Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Ready up. Mike 5-4. Check pass. Check pass. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. X3. 218. Chopper. 54. Mike. 52.
On 1st down, Lewis. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop. 54. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 2nd and 11 now, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Check out.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
They'll run it again with Henry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the screen.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Undercut. Rock it.
On 3rd down, Henry. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Right there.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Tannehill now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
Check three. No.
On the counter, it's Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his. His size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Shrink that ball. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Succop for the extra point.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
Watch 54. Curve. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Under 10, under 10, 10. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Snap.
On first down, Lewis. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check 24, check 24.
They're going to try to jet sweep on 3rd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Down.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
It's a pickup of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Look at me. Door.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Slam. Joker.
Five.
Again, it's Henry. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
Set up. 18 Gator.
I'm scared.
General West.
Check nickel.
Hey, lock it. Lee Griffin.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Titans.
Ready, set.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 6 man.
Get it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.